Hello, and welcome back. It's good to see you again. Today we're going to be talking about 10 things that we stopped buying and what we buy instead to save money.
Alright, the first one that we stopped doing was we stopped going to sales and buying things on sale. I think you get sucked in like so bad.
When she says we...
I mean me. So Australia has two sales, the Boxing Day sale, which is the day after Christmas, and the end of tax year toy sales. And oh my goodness, the toy sales are insane. They start at midnight and there are people lining up with their trolleys outside Target and Big W for these massive toy sales, and they are loading in all these toys for Christmas and then putting them on layaway or buy now pay later. It is insane, and I can guarantee you that they do not need that many toys.
Yeah, kids don't need a lot of toys in general.
And they're just like, everyone is caught up in that it's on sale, I must buy it. And you would come out of it and say, well, I saved $300, but in reality you spent $700. You didn't save $300, you spent $700. So don't get sucked into sales. Instead, what you should do is just buy the things that you want when you want them and when you need them. If they happen to be on sale, fantastic, but don't go and just buy stuff just because it's on sale, because it's a good deal.
Alright, the second thing that we cut back on, I guess you could say, is buying junk food or snack food. So that's your little baggers of chips and your...
Muesli bars.
Yeah, things like that. All of those little things that, you know,
come
are
in
just
little
snacks
packets.
and, yeah, tend to cost a bit more money than they really need to. Now we generally don't buy a lot of those sorts of things. We don't really buy too many little bags of chips and things like that. But I guess when we do have like snacks for the kids and things, like one of the best ones I think is like the popcorn.
Yeah.
Like you can just buy the little bags of the popcorn kernels and make it yourself, and that's a lot cheaper than like buying a bag of chips.
Oh my gosh, so much
lasts
cheaper.
so much longer.
Invest in a popcorn maker. Our daughter Lily got a popcorn maker for her birthday last week. It's been fantastic. They've made so much popcorn and they can do it themselves. It's super easy. Third is subscriptions and annual passes and things like that. They can be great if you use them. If you're not using them, you don't need them. You usually get like a 30-day trial period if you have a subscription. Use it for 30 days and see if you actually use it, and put a reminder on your phone to cancel it before the 30 days is up. Otherwise you're just going to be paying for it and you'll forget about it, you won't use it and things like that. One of our really good subscriptions that we have is we have an annual pass to the zoo. In Melbourne we have 3 zoos that we can visit, and all we have to do to get our money's worth is visit those zoos 3 times a year, which is so easy for us to do. We go multiple times because we can just take our lunch, we can enjoy it, and it's $100 a year for our family. Subscriptions can actually make really good gifts. If grandparents are asking what to buy your kids, maybe a subscription is something like, I don't know, a magazine subscription or zoo passes, museum passes, something like that. It would be a really good investment for your kids, and you don't have to pay for it because grandparents always want to spoil their grandkids.
Sometimes they have the option of just having a subscription for a certain period of time, like a year or 6 months or whatever. Sometimes that can be good as well.
Yeah, next year we're doing a subscription to Snackbox, where you get a snack box from around the world, and we're going to do that for 1 year. Every month we'll get a snack box from some other country. The next one is kids' clothes. I know kids go through a lot of clothes. We've got 4 kids and they go through a lot of clothes.
They just grow up so fast.
But the thing is, you don't need to buy as much as you think you do. Our kids have 3 boxes. They're like IKEA tub things. And once their clothes no longer fit in them, it means, you know, it's time to get rid of some of the clothes that they already have. Generally, they don't have as much clothes as their friends do. They wear the same clothes a lot. But just like when you go on holiday and you pack like this massive suitcase and you only wear like the top sort of layer in your suitcase, it's just the same with kids' clothes. Buy things that are good quality and they're going to last a long time, but don't buy excess of things that you don't really need. They don't need like 30 pairs of pants and 30 t-shirts and things like that. They need, you know, like 5 or 10, maybe not even 10. Same with shoes. Kids don't need like a shoe for every day of the week.
Our next topic is new technology. Now every year it seems like there's a new phone or a new gaming console or a new computer product, and people tend to get sucked into, oh, this is new, I need to have this. Definitely you don't need to have those things.
Yeah.
I've still got an iPhone, what, 5?
5S.
Yeah,
Deal
so
with
that's-
it.
So, yeah, you just use the watch you've got.
Until it wears out.
Yeah,
Like your one is definitely wearing out.
it's getting there.
You can't even like see the picture on the screen anymore.
I can. I can see it fine. Good try, Astrid.
We also we just upgraded to a PS4. We've had a PS3 forever, and the only reason we upgraded to a PS4 was because the kids broke the PS3. But we've had it since Oren was born, so that's almost 8 years. That's 8 years that we've had it. So I think it's got its money's worth and things. Yeah, it was a good soldier.
Yeah, be patient as well. Things definitely cost a lot more when they're new,
Yep.
when they're just fresh out on the market. A year later, something like a new PlayStation 4 will be a few $100s cheaper generally.
Yeah,
Um,
I think we paid like $300 for it when it was brand new. How much was it?
I don't know.
Way more than that. Alright, next up is books. I have a little book fetish. I like to have books. My kids have hundreds of books, but I've stopped buying books because...
That's a lie. We bought one today.
Hang on. Shh. Let me tell you about why we buy books and how we buy books. I've stopped buying books just for the sake of buying books. Instead, we'll get a book out from the library and stuff, and if we really like it, we like the series, then I'll buy the book. Today we just bought the second book in a series that we really like, the Land of Stories series. When I actually buy books, it's because I know that the kids are going to love them and they're going to get read over and over and over again. I'm not just buying books just for the sake of buying books because they look pretty or because I want books.
Okay, our next topic is eating out. Don't eat out. Next topic.
Save eating out for like special occasions or like a planned date out.
Yeah.
Don't just eat out for the sake of eating out.
Or because you're feeling a bit too lazy. Although you can sometimes just eat out because you're feeling too lazy to cook.
But generally, just save it for a purpose. If you're going out on a date or something like that, maybe try save some money and go for dessert instead of for a big main course because that's still fun. It serves the same purpose and it costs a lot less. Alright, buying excess food is our next point. I think we can often overshop at the grocery store and spend a lot of money on things that we don't really need, and things that we do need we all often forget. How often do you go to your fridge at the end of the week and you have to go through it and you're throwing out so much produce and things that have gone off? Or you've cooked too much and there's leftovers in the fridge that nobody's eaten and things like that. At the end of the week, I want to go to my fridge and I want it to be almost empty, because that means that we've eaten all the food that I've bought. We've not wasted money. It's not going into the rubbish bin. I mean, I think some people think it can be a bit sad that you've got an empty fridge, but I see it as a good thing because it means that you've eaten all the food.
No waste.
Yeah, no waste. Last point.
Yay. Alright, well, our last point is buying new. Or should I say, not buying new. Definitely, there's a lot of opportunity shops out there, or op shops, or second-hand stores. Places that you can go and find stuff a lot
Facebook
cheaper.
Marketplace.
Facebook Marketplace. There's so many options out there nowadays where you can find things cheaper than they are brand new. And often they're still very good condition.
A few months ago, our fridge died, and to replace the fridge that we wanted was going to cost about $1,400 for a new fridge. And I didn't want to spend that much money on a new fridge. I wanted to spend that on going on holiday, to be honest. So what I did is I just went through Facebook Marketplace and I found a fridge that matched my description, what I wanted, and the lady was selling it for $300. And the only reason she was selling it is because she wanted a fridge in a different colour. She only had just bought the fridge like 6 months ago. It was perfectly new, fine, and she was selling it for $300 so she could buy a fridge in a different colour.
So we bought that fridge.
And we saved our money. Okay, so those are the things that we stopped buying and what we do instead to save the money. And I hope that it helped you maybe reframe your mind a bit and think about ways that you can save money, things that you might better stop buying, and what you can buy instead to save money.
Yep. A lot of good ideas in there, and I'm sure you can come up with a few of your own. So feel free to leave a comment down below.
Alright.
And while you're doing that, just like and comment and
subscribe and all
and,
those good
and
things.
share. Because
Alright.
sharing is caring.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll see you next week. I'm about to go get on the plane with 4 kids by myself, and we're going to New Zealand. And he's going to stay here and work,
Sad face.
and I'll see you next week.